Hello, what's up? It is Friday the 7th, and wrapping up a pretty bad trading day. You guys are gonna see my P&L and be like, well, what do you mean bad? Bad in the sense that I've realized for the most part now that I've kind of, these past 2 weeks in general, really, I've just kind of forgotten all the things that I was doing when I was, making good trades, etc., etc. I find it more so now that I've kind of lost patience, and that for the most part, I'm kind of just taking trades on a whim. Like, oh, there's momentum going up. I'm gonna buy, not waiting for any confluences. And I think one of the biggest, drivers of that is the fact that I don't really see many of my things hit the charts, right? I'm not seeing overlapping fair value gaps. I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing that. And I think a big reason is because I'm just being impatient, right? So I'm gonna try uh next week. Next week is CPI, PPI, all that good stuff. I'm gonna try to exercise patience. Um, Especially in a market where, Trump could send a tweet at a moment's notice and all of a sudden, boom, accounts are blown left and right. I'm going to try to size down, exercise patience, and really stick to my setups, right? Most of you guys know it's either the 15-minute orb or a overlapping fair value gap rejection or a trapped buyers and sellers at a rejection point or a support and resistance zone, um, or looking for a continuation after the closure below of a overlapping fair value gap. Those are the four setups that I pretty much stick to or stuck to entirely when I was, having those crazy, amazing streaks, etc., etc. And now I'm kind of just like, oh, I see candle go up, I buy, etc. And I think that's why my trading has been so inconsistent, where I'll have like good day, daily loss limit, good day, daily loss limit, Every time I hit the daily loss limit, it pretty much sets my trading back a couple weeks, really. So, yeah, that's gonna be my one thing going into next week that I'm gonna try to maintain. Just being patient, waiting for setups, and not just entering because price is going up or down. So yeah, without further ado, let me go over what I did today. So, pretty crazy. I don't know how I managed to find myself on this side of the trade, but these are tick ticks. I traded these accounts second. What I did, took a long right here, got out when I probably 45 could have just held that for. No, I wouldn't have been full TP, but I could have held it for a little longer, and I probably wouldn't have had to go through all this bullshit, right? It took a long, closed it early. At that point, I should have just waited and reassessed. Next candle came up. I just thought it was like breaking out of this whatever like bull flag we were setting up right here. So I was like, okay, here's the breakout. Took a long right when the next candle opened and it just came down. As it broke this support level or went back into the support level that we previously held, it entered another position. And as the candle came below it, I closed out of that position for a pretty massive loss. I think so this one was 1,600, and then this one was about $2,000 loss, right? It's almost the entire account's worth of drawdown gone. And then I just took a short for about 10-ish points. Wow, that was very surprising that it only took so little. Um, I think this was just holding like this for a while, and then after this I just kind of waited, and I saw this massive candle down. I think this was University of Michigan preliminary inflation report, and they estimated it was like a 4.7 or something, which is really high, much higher than the 3.6 that was previously estimated, right? So as this candle started rejecting up, I took a long, and then immediately it came right back down, and I was like, okay, that was dumb. Closed out and took a short. I think I almost blew the account here, so you can see 2,000 would have been 19, and then here would have been about 3,000. So I probably had like couple $100, and this candle right here probably just came up a little bit, And then as the next candle closed, boom, it came right down. Had I come up for a top wick, this account would have been toasted. And that was 1110 right here. Next trade, basically same thing. Next candle closed, opened up top wick as it flipped, took a sell for just another about 20 points. Boom, boom. And then took another sell right here. Or maybe it was a buy. 705. No, this was a sell. So I sold here, got out around 11 points. Then right here, took a buy actually. Closed it at 5 points. And then the last trade, of course, I was just like, what am I doing? This is like so bearish right now. I just took another sell, boom, got out. And this is pretty much like my goal for the day, right? This is what my daily profit target would look like. It was a horrible. This was absolutely like should have just waited. 15-minute orb. Here's my line right here. 15-minute orb line. Boom, the second this candle closed below, top wick, took sells, one and done, right? Could have avoided all this stress. And now I'm gonna switch to my account. That's the kicker. uh, make sure I don't have anything open on these. Alright, log out. So I'll be right back while I log into my Tradeify accounts. Alright, here's the shit, right? You know it's bad when you don't even see the accounts on the board. But basically, this morning I literally could have just one and done to these accounts too. Boom. What had happened? Market was basically pumped right at the open. This candle right here, volume was a volume candle trapped. Next candle, all these sellers here got trapped. Next candle, as soon as it opened up, it took a long. Held it for about 7 points. Could have just held it for my full TP at 20, so buy 46. Yeah, I would have just had 20-point take profit and boom, I would have been done, one and done for the day, right? Said I closed early, and then I just waited, and as it was chopping up here, I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to enter longs. It didn't even occur to me that we were not even at the 15-minute orb yet, so we were literally just chopping around here in this like 30-point range. So I took a long, took another long, got out here at the bottom, and then as it started bouncing, I tried to short it, which is actually kind of crazy because I shorted here at what? Did I? Yeah, I did short here at like 37, got about 7 points, and it didn't take that profit. Next candle came up, DCA'd, came down for let's see, 43, about 10 points on this, and then like 43 and 4 points on about, oh man, at that point about 8 points I think, and probably could have got out there too, but I think because I had taken this loss, I was like, oh, I can't. But I probably would have been down like 500, and then I could have just waited. And then it kind of just bounced around here, and I took another sell right here, which ended up just nuking the account at top tick, like literally top ticked. And then had it come back down to here the third time, I would have been chilling. I would have been up on all three of these positions, and yeah, I would have been good for the day. But yeah, this is what happens when you're DCA'd in 3 times on almost full contracts. Stupid. It's literally so fucking stupid of me. And I originally only had two, but after I blew these two, I pretty much bought another 100K account, and I was just off my shit here too, where I bought here, probably should have DCA'd in here, but I didn't because I wanted to be, trading better. And then you can see right here, I was just so fucking tilted. And I didn't even have to be, right? I did not need to be tilted whatsoever. If I had just waited, right? Like you see this break right here, taking a sell right here around 50s, could have got out about 20-point take profit, been done, etc., etc. No, I decided to just fucking trade like a stupid ass motherfucker, dude. And it's like the same thing here, right? Have a bunch of, pretty decent. I could have just took this one and rode it all the way. I don't know why I fucking got out so quick. Right here, boom, just one and done it. But apparently me, I like to close early and I like to lose all my fucking, give everything back and then blow the accounts, right? So it's like, Oh, it was so frustrating. And then at this point, I think 260. I think I was up like 700 on here. What is that? 2, 4, 6, about 800. And I wasn't enough. So I took a sell as it was coming. I think right here was at BE, but it was way too fast. So I couldn't even get out. And then I just fucking took longs, took longs, took longs, took longs. Took a long right here, and boom. Look at that shit. This fucking Trump dump out of fucking nowhere is probably like what's killing me these days, where it's like, and then I took a sell immediately after, and I probably could have just rode this shit down 7-Eleven, 70, 100 points, and I would have been in the clear, but you know, instead I like to take my fucking 20 points or whatever. It's just the way that I've been trading has just been pissing me off, okay? I just, no patience, no anything. I just want shit just be like, oh, I'm done. And it's crazy because there's a support level here that I was selling into. When if I had just waited right here, overlapping fair value gap, tap, and then I could just roll that shit down. But it's like, I'm like sabotaging the shit out of myself, not just fucking being patient. And I think it's because I see the market move so much that I'm like, I need to be in a trade when I don't need to be in a trade. But yeah, that's what happened to my Tradeify accounts. And yeah, I'll be right back for my top steps because this is probably the most surprising one out of all of them. Okay, so we know that some time ago I pretty much said that I fucked up so badly on my top step accounts that I couldn't even talk about it because that's how fucking like down bad I was on these accounts, right? Like that's how bad it was. Well, today was the first time I was actually here for a major news thing, non-farm payroll, right? That drops at 5:30. Typically, you see a massive fucking candle for non-farm payroll. So what happened? Before news dropped, I had a limit buy. You can see right here at 75, right here. Took this. I had my profit take at, what do you call it? At $2,200, right? $2,200 was my ultimate take profit, right? Let's just do the math real quick right here, okay? So we got, or the top of this candle right here is at 21,930, right? So let's 21,930, and I got in 21,875 subtracted by 21,875 goes 55 points on the dot, right? And I was in, you can see, two contracts times $40 a point, two contracts $20 a point, two contracts $40 a point. I top ticked the shit out of my full take profit, but I didn't get filled. I'm not complaining. All right, let me just clear. I'm not complaining. I know it's news. Probably should have blown the account or whatever. But boom, I would have top ticked the hell out of it. But instead, I got out here. You can see 75 to 93, which is what is that? 18, 18 points times four, which is around like around 760-ish or 720. You know, not bad. At that point, I was like, okay, now these accounts have a chance. I have about, I think some of them only got filled for about 300, so it was down a little bit compared to the other accounts, but I was like, okay, these accounts have some room to play with. Go all the fast forward to after the first news dump and then the Trump dump that triggered the shit out of me. What happened? I went long right here, 705, got out 719, about 15 points. And then I went short, got another around 15 points right here. And then I went short, got like, 5 points, something light. And went short here for about another 15 points. And then I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was ready to blow these fucking accounts because I was just so pissed that I lost my accounts to this fucking dump right here. Buying right fucking here and then boom, like having it plop, right? So you could probably see on the top right here the P&L for this one account. And then here's the P&L for all of the accounts, right? Like I'm just fucking lost for words. I was so ready to lose these accounts because they literally had like $50 in drawdown left in them, and then now they're healthy. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. Besides the fact that I probably don't deserve this, I probably deserve to blow every fucking account I had today. And I'm grateful that that's not what happened, but yeah. I have just been trading like shit, not waiting, not being patient, not waiting for setups, and somehow I'm alive by the skin of my teeth, right? So next week, I promise I'm gonna try to stick to it, stick to my guns, stick to, the strategies that I've done and traded with over and over and over again. So yeah, I just wanted to show this, just transparency wise. I do have my blow up days. I have been having my blow up days a lot more than than my non blow up days lately. So this is kind of what happens when you kind of mix insane, crazy volatility of like random ass fucking tweets and you know shitty trading behaviors, right? So yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and call this off here. Hope you guys had an amazing day trading. I have my Discord link down below. I have all my affiliate links down below if you want to support the channel. It's been one hell of a year already. Not gonna lie, this is not how I pictured my year to start. But I promise you guys, I'm gonna do what I can to get back on track because you guys deserve, you know, better than what the fuck I've been doing. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.